Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Shadowzoo and today I'm going to be reviewing the Overwatch beta, the open beta which just finished, which Blizzard said would be the same game as the one that goes live, and honestly that's kind of disappointing to hear. The game is incredibly fun when you start, especially if you're good like I was at the time. The reason why I said was is because the game quickly turns from fun to incredibly frustrating as soon as you play against not good players, but ones who know how to exploit the game's flaws and overpowered characters. The most overpowered character in the game, in my opinion, is Bastion. In before everyone says he's easy to counter, which is the only reply I hear when I go to forums on the topic. But in reality, Bastion is unstoppable, especially behind Reinhardt's shield. Not only that, but Bastion actually had a recent nerf before the open beta, because he not only had one of the most powerful moves in the game, which is his turret ability, but his turret ability also came with a shield to protect him. Whoever's idea that was has a special place in hell waiting for him, because that is unbelievable. I played it at Gamescom back last year, I think it was, where Bastion had a shield, and let me tell you, he was unstoppable. He's unstoppable now when you put Reinhardt in front of him, but he had his own shield. It's just so dumb. If it was me, and if it was in my opinion, I would just completely remove Bastion from the game. Or give him a total nerf to make his turret not have 200 bullets, but do serious damage from any distance. Because it's literally just ridiculous when you move on to a point, when you move on to attack an area, and he just mows you down. And then that brings me on to the maps, where you have to literally funnel through. But yeah, so onto the maps, there are only a few good maps. And the ones that are good are literally exactly the same. It's actually stupid how similar they are. They all look different because they have different textures, but they are all the same shape, with the same height buildings, same vantage points. It's just completely stupid. The maps, in my opinion, are also really poorly made. They force you to funnel through one doorway, which a character like Bastion, Widowmaker, Junkrat, etc. can literally just spray into and kill the entire attacking team over and over again. Because it forces them to go through one doorway which there's no cover from. All you do is just run blindly into an area, and yes, you could say, oh yeah, but you could be better, but people who aren't good at the game, say other people on your team, don't know that. They don't know that when you turn a corner for 1 second, Widowmaker's going to hit you in the head. That's just stupid. But they need to have more entry points like Counter-Strike or a game like that, because it will give the game more tactics. It will tell people will actually talk to each other, and people will say, right, we're going to go down this area or this area, and we're going to go through here, jump out here and do this. Instead of just everyone running through the same point over and over and over and over and over again, which gets so unbelievably repetitive. I've played the game maybe 10 hours now, and I'm bored of it already, and I'm probably not going to buy it, honestly. Because yes, the game is fun at the start, and then you realise that the maps are the same, they're really poorly made, and there are ridiculously overpowered characters that just kill you over and over again. All of my deaths are exactly the same. But talking about tactics, it brings me on to communication. The game is a team-based game where you should be talking tactics and where to go and things like that, but no one talks. There is absolutely no communication between any of the players. The community is completely silent. They don't say anything. There are no tactics, no callouts, no communication whatsoever. They don't even say hello most of the time or goodbye. It's just you come in, play a 4-minute game and then leave. It's not Blizzard's fault, but it kind of is, because the maps are so basic that there's only one area you can go into. But it means that if the enemy team has 2 friends playing together, say the defending team has 2 or 3 friends, you can get Reinhardt of one of the friends, Bastion as one of the friends, and then Bastion again with another friend, who just sit behind Reinhardt, wait for the enemy to come through that one doorway that I keep mentioning, and just tear them apart. And that is what happens over and over again, and it's an automatic win. It's just dumb. And it brings me on to one of the worst points about the game, one of, in my opinion, the worst things about the game, and that is something that I've mentioned in a previous video that I did specifically on this point, and that is the price. Now, as I said, I've spoken about this in enough videos and want to go see it more, and that is cool to me, like Overwatch overpriced or something like that. But how can a game like Overwatch, with only a few maps, which are all the same, I mentioned this before, with only a couple of game types, I think it has 2 game types, with no single player or story mode whatsoever, cost £5 more than Dark Souls 3 or any other PC game at the moment? I bought Fallout 4, which in my opinion it wasn't that great a game. I got 65 hours out of it. That costs less than Overwatch. A game like Battlefield 1, which everyone's getting really hyped about, that's going to cost less than Overwatch, which has no storyline and barely any game modes. It should be free, or max £20. But for the full edition for the game, it costs £45. I don't have a clue where people got this price from. It's the same as the other one, I can't remember what it's called, the one that people who made Borderlands is making. That cost about £40 as well. Why do they think that a game that has no storyline, no character development, yes there's a lot of different characters, yes they're very different and the characters are actually cool, but you know nothing about them. You don't know why Junkrat sounds like he's Australian, or why Tracer sounds like she's a weird, really Englishly stupid accent of an American who's trying to impersonate an English person. Her voice really annoys me, I don't know why. But to pay £45 for a game that I'm already bored of and the game isn't even out yet, that is a big thing. And I'm probably not going to buy it, because my honest verdict on the game is meh. I would give it a 6 out of 10. For one of the most overhyped games of the year, I would give it to Overwatch. And I'm not saying that because I hate Blizzard or I hate games like that. I love games like that. I was so excited for the game. When I played the game for the first time, I was talking about how good it will be and how good it is. But now, after playing it I've played about 20 games, I'm level 11 now. I've played all the different characters, and honestly, there are some characters that shouldn't even exist. They are just useless. But people continue to use them. There's one thing that really bugs me about the game. Tracer is stupidly powerful. Her guns are unbelievably powerful. Not just that, they're unbelievably powerful for other people and not for me, and I don't understand why. I get right up close to someone and shoot them, and then I run out of bullets and they just kill me. Another character who I just remembered is ridiculously overpowered is Roadhog. He uses that chain, pulls you towards him, and then shotguns you, and that's an instant death. For most characters, that is an instant death, which is stupid. A tank should not do more damage than a damaged character. He does much more damage than someone like McCree. McCree gets a headshot, barely does any damage. You need to hit someone about 4 times to actually kill them. And it's just ridiculous. The game's okay, I guess. It can be fun at times. But the game honestly promotes an incredibly stupid way of playing. It creates a dumb way of playing that takes absolutely no skill or aiming. It just, you camp in an area and fire blindly into an area with Junkrat or any other AoE character, or even Bastion with his turret. You just camp and just shoot, and that's it. There's nothing about it that takes skill. The only characters that really take skill are the ones who aren't people like, I guess Widowmaker takes a little bit of skill, but you can get incredibly lucky. Hanzo takes a little bit of skill, but again, you can get incredibly lucky. Junkrat is one of the most annoying characters in the game, because he sits outside of an area, inside of the bit that you're meant to be attacking, and just fires blindly into it, over and over and over again, and you just blow up, because all of the grenades will blow up at the same time. You don't know they're there until you turn around, they blow you up, and it's just dumb. He doesn't even know people are there, he just fires blindly into it. But honestly, I said in my previous video that I'll probably buy it, and thinking about it and playing it, I won't. The reason why I said I would buy it is because I played about 3 rounds in Gamescom, and I thought that it was a really good game. I thought it was a really fun game, I thought I'd be really good at it, The one thing I think is really good and really fun is the fact that it is a fast-paced game most of the time if the defending team isn't a complete moron and just stupidly ruins the game. That is the problem with the game, is the community just uses such scumbag tactics, like sitting there with Bastion and just shooting just blindly into an area, instead of using characters who take skill, which I can understand why they do it, but why are there characters who can just, you sit in one place? Like Torbjorn just doesn't do anything. He puts a turret down and the turret does everything for him, which is dumb. It's so dumb. He's such a pointless character who ends up getting most kills in the game because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to have any skill. You just have to put a turret down in an area. If you put on YouTube, what's the best place to put a turret if you're Torbjorn on Overwatch, it will give you a list of the best places to put a turret if you're Torbjorn on Overwatch, and that is all you need to know. You don't need any aiming ability whatsoever, you just need to put a turret down and run and hide. Sometimes rebuild the turret and that's about it. But, as I said, I was thinking about whether or not I would buy this game, and honestly, no. Not with the price that it is at the moment. No way. It costs £45 for the Legacy Edition. I think £25 for the I don't even know what the normal edition is. But that is way too much money. It is a stupid amount of money. For a game like that with no storyline, no nothing, it should have been a free game. How comes Heroes of the Storm is a free game, Hearthstone is a free game, but Overwatch, which is pretty much the same, costs £45? That makes no sense. If it was free, I would get serious hours out of it, but it's not. And it never will be. And I was going to say that I'll probably wait until it goes on sale, but thinking about it, it's Blizzard. So it probably will never go on sale. And people will still buy it because it will be so overhyped. I get that some people like the game, but that's because they haven't played it enough yet. As soon as you play it more than 10 hours, it gets incredibly boring. And for a game that costs £45, I would expect at least 100 hours out of it. I paid, I think, £10 for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I got 250 hours out of it. So how comes Overwatch costs so much more? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I've been rambling on about this game. Honestly, I don't think it's worth buying. If you haven't played the open beta, I wouldn't recommend buying it. If you have friends to play it with, if you don't have friends to play it with, it honestly does not matter. I actually prefer playing it alone than I do playing it with friends, which people would find weird, but honestly playing with 1 or 2 friends is annoying, because then your team is just scrambled. But if you could play with 5 friends in teams of 6, that would be fun. But if I had 5 friends, which I don't, it would be fun. But honestly, I'm not going to buy the game. I'm just going to wait until more reviews come out. They're going to take out Bastion, they're going to nerf everyone, because there are just characters who are stupidly overpowered. And maybe they could, instead of having Bastion's turret move as a basic ability, they should make it his special, because his special is unstoppable. It's absolutely unstoppable. But his special ability is actually worse than the turret. Thinking about it, it's worse than the turret, which is just dumb. So they should make that his special, completely take out his special at the moment and add a different one in. I don't know. Maybe give him a tiny little shield or something like that. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching this. I hope I don't get too many death threats. I'm kidding. I don't get those. But I hope you all have the same opinion as me, and hopefully Blizzard does something about it, because this game is so overhyped, so overrated, that I don't know what is going to happen with it. It could die out instantly, or become one of the biggest games of the year. And honestly, still not going to buy it if it does. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you on the next one.